Dave Ridley Report, Ridley here. I'm standing here with Glenn from,
New Boston.
New Boston, and with Ashlyn from Manchester. And actually, I'm not going to do this interview. Ashlyn is going to interview
I'm going to do this interview.
Glenn. So, go to it.
So, Glenn, we're going to try and demonstrate how the win-win process works to solve political issues.
Okay.
And basically, first question, obviously, we know your name, Glenn. Where do you live?
I live in New Boston, New Hampshire.
So you drove all the way here from New Hampshire for this today?
Yeah, it's about 25 minutes east of, or west of Manchester.
Okay, that's some dedication. And what's your main political concern?
Well, you know, the economics is certainly there, but just the loss of individual liberty is really gotten, it's gotten insane in the last couple of years. We need less government, not more. The way to solve the problems that are presenting our society today is to have less government and not more government.
Okay, and what do you think a good solution would be to, you know, facilitate that concern?
Well, I think people have to realistically appraise what our problems are, and when they do realistically appraise what our problems are, they'll see that liberty is probably a better answer than the tyranny that would be required to enforce the things that the state would like to enforce. That you're not going to be able to legislate this kind of morality. You're not going to be able to change people's patterns and economic patterns, least of all. The war on drugs comes to mind. That the cure is worse than the disease, in my mind. And having a Federal Reserve falls into that same category. Yes, it does do certain things for our government. However, it causes more problems than it's worth. We've seen our currency devalue by, you know, a factor of 10 over the last 100 years. And the fact that we won World War II is the only reason we're having this conversation now and not in 1945, because that's when most other states had this conversation. That the Soviet Union was destroyed at the end of World War II, England was in trouble, and most of the other developed states were in the world, and we weren't. And that's why we're having this conversation in the early 21st century instead of 50 years ago.
Great. I completely agree. The first part of solving the problem is admitting we have one. So that's the win-win process. Thanks again, Glenn, for helping us out. I'm Ashlyn. This is Dave. Signing off till next time.
I'm Dave. Hi. You can wave again if you want. All right. Thanks, Ashlyn.